straight northeast.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Enemy target sighted.
Oh, no.
Pulled ahead.
Biplane R2B.
Pulling ahead.
What is happening, ladies and gentlemen, to the well-awaited Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War game review. It's been a minute since I've done a game review, but this definitely has been one I've been definitely craving for. The reason I say that is because Black Ops Cold War fundamentally is not a bad game, but there's some things that make it a bad game. The campaign is one of the first things we're going to be talking about, and yes, we will get to the multiplayer here very soon, as well as zombies and Dead Ops Arcade. So, what is some of the things that I do want to talk about? Well, multiplayer we will get to in a second here. The campaign is something that actually breaks against traditional norms and is actually something that's actually pretty well celebrated as well. It's a pretty fun experience. It has some new things that add limelight to the new Call of Duty campaign franchise, as well as of course, Black Ops Cold War-esque theme with some pretty conventional and weird things that go inside the campaign. Like this guy. Beats your ass down and then cocks a gun back, doesn't shoot you, brings you to some other dude, and of course you get saved. That's just some of the things I want to talk about within Call of Duty Cold War's campaign, which is they added some new things, like grabbing people and super stealth. Every campaign mission is like a stealth mission in this game, and whether or not you're a fan, I actually liked this in the Modern Warfare franchise the most. Infiltrating a KGB base, playing the same Vietnam portion 7 to 8 times, depending on if you continue doing it. It's actually not a bad experience. Campaign is one of the things that I wasn't really too worried about and wasn't really heavily focused within Cold War's development. Obviously, it was focused mainly towards its 2 modes. Some of the things that I liked about the campaign, yes, there's a new like body attack mechanism. There's stealth kills. You have to hide bodies, suppress weapons. But mainly, one of the missions that are mainly focused on just combat are pretty short and not really all that good. I was kind of excited when I heard Vietnam that was coming into this game, that this game was going to be focused around Vietnam. But there's only one mission, and then the other mission is inside of a memory, which is repeated 8 or 9 times. I didn't mind the campaign, but it's nothing to write home about. Honestly, if I were to kind of talk about certain things, the KGB mission was one of the most interesting and kind of coolest missions ever. There was also one where you start off as an infiltrator, and you walk around and you have to do different stuff and break into offices and get key cards. There's also Zakhaev from Modern Warfare, which is obviously someone you should know from the Call of Duty franchise, from Modern Warfare, I should say. So they're kind of clashing in this game, kind of interesting to talk about. Other than that, all the other missions kind of just blur all together. There's nothing really to write home about. So in that regards, Black Ops Cold War campaign, it's all right. The twist I'll actually spoil for you guys, so if you guys don't want a spoiled ending, back out now, as we will be talking about the spoiler right now. So basically, there's a person you attack in the very beginning of the game, trying to get some information. You do get the information, but there's a guy inside a vehicle where he shoots him. You actually, apparently, the CIA blacklit or mind control this guy to try and figure out memories within this, to get memories on this KGB officer, and you basically brainwash him and trying to get in hopes to find this one guy. Kind of seems redundant, as if you get a bad ending, it doesn't even matter to begin with, which is really fucking dumb. And I did not get a very good ending. I got like a medium ending, I think. But the true ending I actually have never even seen, so I had to watch a video on it. So I just watched the endings for myself. There's a couple different endings. One is like a bad ending where you kill all the main characters, obviously not canon. There's a ending which I got, which you didn't find the guy, and basically you just Adler kills you in a peaceful way. And then there's also the part where Adler kills you and they alert the president. I'm not even really sure what the true ending of this game is. All I know is that the campaign was just kind of this jumbled mess. Kind of felt like it was like an afterthought, and they were just kind of trying to put something out there real quick. And I'm not a huge fan of it in terms of it being like something spectacular. Obviously, campaigns for Call of Duty have never been something to run home about, but Modern Warfare kind of put that staple, like, this is what a gritty Modern Warfare and campaign for a Call of Duty game can be, and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War feels like a step back. Although it's not something bad, there's just a lot of things they could have done right. And I would give this about a 7 out of 10 for the campaign. Let's talk to every 13-year-old's wild, wet dreams, the multiplayer for Black Ops Cold War. Now, if you guys have seen a video on my channel, don't buy Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War just yet. You kind of know the direction that I'm in. But I will say there's some things fundamentally broken, which you see within the first, minute of this game. The sniper rifles are overpowered as hell. The SMG, mainly the MP5, is broken, which they then patched, then reverted the patch because they thought that it was going to be never used again. So there's a lot of things that are going weird within Black Ops Cold War. And yes, it just came out, but games should not be in a content-driven like this game was not. Modern Warfare didn't have as much content as this game, but in terms of multiplayer, this game kind of feels lackluster. There's not very many maps, 8 maps. Technically, I guess you could consider 10 total maps, including the ground war maps that aren't even completely as big as Modern Warfare's ground war map, which was basically portions of the special ops mode, which was this giant map which we now know as Verdansk within Warzone. So this is the problem that I have. Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer is that the score streaks have been reworked and are actually getting patched and buffed and nerfed, which is something that Modern Warfare did not have to do. And the score streak system within multiplayer is one of the things that I have the biggest issue and biggest gripe within Call of Duty, which is that when you die, your score streaks don't reset. If you're on a streak, to get a UAV, it would take about 5 to 6 kills to get a UAV, which is pretty normal. But to get a chopper gunner, for example, if you were to continuously get streaks, depending on which mode you're playing, of course, will determine the score streaks. So choose your modes wisely. Team Deathmatch seems to be the one that you can get the score streaks the easiest, as long as you can continue to get multiple kills in a row. But if you're playing Domination, you get like 3 or 4 kills apiece, then die. It would take you a long time to accumulate a chopper gunner. That is probably one of my biggest gripes with this game. It's not a terrible multiplayer, although some will definitely defend that argument to a T. The multiplayer score streak is just not that good. If they went back to maybe the Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 formula with score streaks, this game would have probably been a little bit better. Although I understand the point of what this game is trying to do with score streaks, I rather would have seen it take the approach of like whatever Call of Duty it was, where you die, or Modern Warfare 3, where you die and you keep your score, but it increases every time you die. I rather would have seen that type of approach rather than Black Ops Cold War's take on score streaks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. It rewards camping, in my personal opinion. It's like a double negative to this. I think, personally, it's kind of a dumb score streak idea. It doesn't really promote plays and objective-based modes to continue your teammates to get the modes, personally. It's all based on, I gotta kill someone, hide, kill another person, hide, kill another person, hide, kill another person. Because this game is going more back to its roots with Call of Duty's multiplayer than any other Call of Duty in the last couple of years. So it's like, it's a 3-lane map structure for the most part. You have a center point and then 2 choke points to go around. There's no real like center area like Modern Warfare had with doors that you could just camp behind, with claymores that pretty much instant killed you. That's one thing that's interesting about this game, is it kind of negates camping because there is no there's no claymores, there's no there's a proximity mine as a score streak. So that's one of the things I will have to give Black Ops Cold War, is it kind of tries to negate camping, but adding shotguns as a secondary is one of the things that a lot of people were disgruntled about. And when I seen the leaked gameplay from Black Ops Cold War, I was like, wait, there's no overkill. They're using shotguns. Like, this is going to be kind of annoying. So that was one of the things that a lot of people are complaining about. The shotguns are overpowered. The multiplayer sucks. There's no content. So in my personal opinion, the way I feel is, yes, there is not a lot of maps that give you some good content. Although I wish they would have just used some maps within the campaign, because if they put one of the KGB maps from the campaign into multiplayer, it would have been freaking awesome. There would have been so much fun, some Easter eggs you could have possibly hidden in there. Yes, they're adding Nuketown a week after launch, which is kind of weird. Why didn't they just add it into the launch? Maybe they're just still working on it. I'm not sure. That's one of the things. There's just not there's a lot of weird things they're doing. They have 3 blueprints for a shotgun that we got a blueprint for if you got the Ultimate Edition for the game. It just feels weird. There's no Season 1 Battle Pass or Season 0 Battle Pass. There will be a Season 1 Battle Pass that comes out December 10th, a month after the game comes out. Why they did that, I'm not exactly sure. Trying to get something between Warzone and multiplayer, it's just weird. Tactical rifles are a 3-shot, 1-burst automatic death, which kind of feels more like in terms of Modern Warfare 2 with the M16 and the FAMAS. It was like a 1-burst or 2-burst maximum. And honestly, that's the way tactical rifles should feel, but it feels weird in this game, as sometimes a lot of people, depending on the gun, can survive multiple bullets and slide right away and live. And that's probably one of the things that is kind of the most annoying. And then you can just burst and have no recoil from an M16. It's just weird that they put the game in kind of like this 8 maps, and some of the maps are stupid. Miami is one of the maps that absolutely I feel like no one likes. Cartel is another map that a lot of people don't like, but I actually kind of like. Kind of weird. It's like a 50-50 chance that I'm actually going to like the map or not, depending on the outcome. And, of course, everyone hates skill-based matchmaking. I honestly have not really felt skill-based matchmaking sometimes. When you get it, it just feels like the world's against you. I don't know. I think they should just remove skill-based matchmaking, put in a CDL playlist if people are trying to find matches that are fair. Some people work like 9 to 5 jobs, get home and just play the game casually for a couple hours after they get home. And I feel like skill-based matchmaking kind of puts that at a disadvantage, because not only does it take kill-death ratio, it takes like movement and what guns you're using. So like I feel like they just kind of buffed skill-based to the point where casual players don't really find it fun to play a Call of Duty. Like, say if someone hasn't played a Call of Duty in a couple years, then the multiplayer just kind of feels like it's fighting against you most of the time. And I don't really feel it, but multiplayer seems like it's kind of taken a step back this year in terms of mechanics, graphics, or something that people do not like. I don't see how this is the next generation Call of Duty between PS5 and Xbox Series X. I think this game looks marginally not as good as Modern Warfare.
Oh shit.
But that's because I feel like a lot of this has to do with Sledgehammer not being able to push out their game. That's probably where I can push a lot of the blame on. But at the same time, they've used to the year-on, year-off kind of thing. So that's one of the things I do have to say. And also, these games are more live action than ever, or live service than ever. So not only do they have to push out the game, they have to keep supporting it, patching it, pushing out free content now for a whole year before they can really start working on their next game. So I kind of guess I put a blame on that a little bit, but I kind of don't see where Black Ops fell fundamentally graphically. I do see the ray tracing support a little bit better in this game than Modern Warfare. There's multiple settings for the NVIDIA ray tracing, which doesn't really look that much better personally than like just the base game on ultra settings, and you significantly reduce your FPS. So in my personal opinion, multiplayer, with all of what I've said, it's something that's a start, but you have to, honestly, you have to push out some updates that balance more of the weapons. You had an open alpha for PS4 players. You had early access for PS4 beta players, Xbox, PC, and then open for all that. You can't, it's hard to get into matches with people with crossplay.
Not B, but A.
And you had months to fix that before the game came out, and it's still busted. The game crashes quite a bit on Xbox and PS4.
Oh, fuck.
You have consoles
Dude,
just shutting off in mid-games.
Dude,
You have controllers for the PlayStation 4 that just shut off. So there's another problem with that too. And constant crashes on multiplayer and zombies. People have said there's campaign issues. I've never had any of these issues, so that's one thing I can say. That campaign, I never had that, but I did have stuttering campaign intro cutscenes. Other than that, I've never had any problems. Multiplayer, I've had tons of problems with. Zombies is the most I've had problems with whatsoever. So, with all that given said, yeah, 6.5 out of 7 would be what I give the multiplayer. It needs some work. It's been a pretty rough spot, but it has potential to be a pretty decent multiplayer experience. I don't think it's personally going to be better than, like, say, like Black Ops 2 or any of those games. Like, people are like, oh, this is going to be better than Black Ops 2. It's nothing like that in terms of multiplayer. It has the potential to possibly get there, but probably, like, last-minute update. Zombies, the highlight of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, in my personal opinion. The zombies is the substantial and probably the best zombies I played in a little bit. Black Ops 4 zombies were utter ass and ruined a lot of things what the OG players absolutely loved. 1, they brought back Jug. 2, they brought back Speed Cola and perk jingles, which is absolutely incredible. One of the problems that they're going to be doing is they're going to be adding new perks seasonally, which is going to be something that's kind of weird. You can also upgrade skills within the game, so you can make Juggernaut a more better perk, giving you more health, give you reduced damage from status effects like poison, for example. You also have Speed Cola, Quick Revive, which helps you get your health back quicker, which is always a pretty cool addition and pretty cool perk to use. You upgrade these by just playing the game, exfilling at rounds, which we'll talk about a little bit later. I'm sure a lot of people already know. Getting to higher rounds, you get more Aether Crystals, just surviving. So basically, that's the way you upgrade your weapons, like assault rifles, SMGs, perks, your field upgrades, and all those sorts of things. And that's probably one of the things. You come in with a loadout of your choice. You can come in with an AR, knife, shotgun, sniper, whatever you're doing. What's kind of nice what using about this is if you're trying to level up a gun inside a multiplayer and you're not liking the iron sights, you think that it just has too much recoil, it's kind of nice. You can bring that gun into zombies, use that inside of zombies, and level that gun up. So that's one of the things that's probably one of the coolest things about zombies is that XP will carry over from zombies to multiplayer and multiplayer to zombies, which is kind of cool. We kind of had that a little bit within like Black Ops 4 a little bit, I guess. I don't really know, but that's probably one of my favorite things about zombies. You can kind of do that. The zombies this time feels super easy, and that's unfortunate for me. I'm a hardcore zombies player. Getting to round like 55, 60 solos doesn't take very long. It's pretty quick, honestly. The zombies cap off at health at round 40. They full sprint at level or round 50. And as long as you're level 55, you can craft as many self-revives as you want, as many chopper gunners as you want, and completely, not completely free. You need 250 heavy scrap, but in the later rounds, 250 scrap is absolutely nothing. So that's probably one of my things that I will say. Zombies is pretty fun. It's the most interactive zombies we've ever felt in a while. The starting map is Nocturne Toten with a little lab underneath. Kind of feels like Alpha Omega from Black Ops 4. Nuketown on top and a lab underneath. This is kind of the feel I was getting. I hope and pray to God they don't do what they did with zombies with Black Ops 4, which is just add the same map we had, add something new to it, and call it good. That's what they felt like they did a lot on Black Ops 4 with Tactor Toten and Alpha Omega. Basically, 2 maps that were essentially remasters, add a new section to the map, and then slap in an Easter egg and call it good. I really hope they don't do that, but if they do that, I hope they do it a lot better than they did in Black Ops 4. There's a couple more things I want to talk about. The field upgrades are pretty good. You have one that heals your teammates. If you upgrade it enough, you can get automatic self-revives. The Ring of Fire, which is basically a Wraith Fire, which lets you have increased damage. If you upgrade that enough, you pull it from your stock, which is the one on the right instead of your left. You get an Ethereal Shroud, which basically makes you invisible to zombies. You get one that freezes zombies in place and one that puts down mines, which I feel like the only ones that people mainly use is the Frost. They use the Ethereal Shroud and the Ring of Fire. Inside zombies, honestly, if you're playing with 4 players, I recommend 2 with Wraithfire, 1 with the heal, and 1 with the Aether Shroud. Honestly, you will not have a bad experience playing zombies. It's pretty damn fun. The map is pretty easy to do the Easter egg. We were world record holders for quite a while until I got beaten, and we just kind of not gone for the world record. But the zombies is probably one of the best modes ever, in my personal opinion. The Dead Ops Arcade is pretty fun, too. Nothing to grime home about. It's just Dead Ops Arcade with a new version looking like it with a new kind of feel to it. That's pretty much Dead Ops Arcade in a nutshell. Nothing really to grime home about. Definitely Nocturne Toten, or Die Machine is probably one of the most fun zombie experiences I've had. Honestly, since probably Black Ops 3. I did like the ideas they added. Some of the things I would definitely change, there's boss zombies that are really easy at first and kind of slap you around towards later rounds. Also, I'm trying to think. There's a lot of bugs with the zombies. There's parts to the main Easter egg that just don't work, or the items disappear, making it impossible for you to complete it. There is a lot of bugs with exfilling, zombies falling underneath the map, not being able to come back up. There's a lot of glitches within this game, too. More glitches than I've really ever found with any other Call of Duty since, I would say, maybe even Black Ops 1 days for glitches. And they've been patched pretty fast, a couple days for you to be able to use it, and then they put a hot fix and then fix the glitch. So that's one thing I will say. This feels more Black Ops than I'd say Black Ops 4 by far. This feels like a Black Ops 1 game trying to be World War II at times, though, and that's where I kind of start to draw the line between the two. So, with that being said, Zombies definitely gets an 8.5 out of 10, and that brings the game up to like a 7 out of 10 total. Black Ops Cold War is a game that tries to do a lot of things good. The multiplayer kind of bringing the entire game to this weird era of where is the game going to be falling in the future? A lot of people say this is one of the best CODs they've ever played, and some people say this is the worst COD they've ever played. And personally, to me, I don't think it's either a great game or a bad game. It falls somewhere and makes the two of it's not bad, but it's not good either. It basically means that given with more time, this game can be good, but it shouldn't be that way. Black Ops 4 launched with 3 zombie maps, multiple multiplayer maps, no campaign, but came with Blackout, a new Warzone experience, and Battle Pass system on the day of launch. That kind of says a lot for Black Ops Cold War. Whether or not Treyarch was actually ready to take the reins from Sledgehammer, or they were just forced to take over and push something out as quick as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching my Black Ops Cold War review. I didn't want to put out something the day 1 or day 2 or day 3 of Black Ops Cold War because I wanted to see what was going to be in the future for the new Call of Duty. And personally, I'm kind of excited for the newer updates and to see if this game can actually become a Call of Duty that fans are actually going to love. Guys, what do you think about Black Ops Cold War? This is one of the more longer reviews, as Black Ops and Call of Duty, hence the name of my channel, is actually something I have a great and beautiful passion for. What do you guys think of Black Ops Cold War? What do you think of the Zombies campaign and multiplayer? And if you guys haven't already, please subscribe as we make great content every single day, do tech reviews every Tuesday, and would really appreciate your guys' support. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.